What's good, YouTube? Today we have another top 16 deck list from Alberto Lopez from the YCS, and it's a pretty good tournament report, so let's get into it. 3 Volflame, 3 Gold Driver, 3 Silvered, 3 Steelin. We have 1 Kieran, double Blackwing Gofu, 1 Luster Pendulum, double Ariande, 1 Rescue Rabbit, triple Boombuku, triple Eccentric, double Ghost Reaper's Mane, the first one we've seen from the YCS doing this, triple Bismugear, double Painful Decision, double Potted Desires, 1 Metalfoe Fusion, 2 Full Metalfoe Fusion, 1 Counter, double Barrier, 1 Emptiness, double Combo, triple Strike, and Warning. So we're playing 47 cards in this main deck. 1 ABC Dragon Buster for those cherries, 1 Orichalc, double Mithrilium, 1 Darklaw, also for cherries, 1 Animante, double Alkahist, Vermilion Mech Dragon, very good at popping combo, 1 Ignister, 1 Omega, the Utopia Package Castel, and the Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Double Kumungus, because you can Pendulum Summon it in this deck, 1 Denko, double Retaliating, double Psyblocker, double Ghost Ogre, double Maxi, an Azure, or Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, my bad, for the cherries as well, 1 System Down, and double Cosmic Cyclone. Not 100% I got the order correct, but I know I played the right amount of each. 5 Metalfoes, 3 ABC, 2 Heroes, 1 Cosmo, 1 Blue Eyes, and a Dark Magician deck. Round 1, 2-0 versus Metalfoe. Round 2, 2-0 versus ABC. Round 3, 1-2 versus Jackson, who also topped with ABC. Round 4, 2-1 versus Metalfoe. Round 5, 2-1 versus Dark Magician. Round 6, 2-1 versus Cosmo. Round 7, 2-1 versus Hero. Round 8, 0-2 versus Metalfoe, which was Asala. Round 9, 2-1 versus Blue Eyes. Round 10, 2-1 versus Metalfoe. Round 11, 2-0 versus ABC. Top 32, 2-1 versus Hero, and then in the top 16, lost 0-2 to Asala's Metalfoes. My losses were round 3 against Jackson Roch, who also got top 16, and Asala, who beat me both in round 8 and 16. Round 1, during my opponent's turn, I used Winter Cherries to knock Mithrilium from my opponent's extra deck, made a Vermilion using Gold Driver and Gofu, banished the cherries to knock out a random set, which was MST. Then, a turn later, my Vermilion was destroyed. I recycled the cherries and reused it on my opponent's Orichalc. Round 3, my opponent won the dice roll, and Artifact Scythes game 1 and 3 caught me off guard and sealed me for both games. Round 4, probably my favorite match of all weekend. Game 3 started 5 to 10 minutes before time, and we were the last match playing in time, and both drew our Magispector engine, both Maxis, a good portion of the extra deck by the end of the match. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take many notes of this match before the next round started. Round 5 lost Game 1 due to Acid Golem and Skill Drain. I had outs to it other than Eccentric, which I couldn't draw. Game 2, I went first and blew him out. Game 3, we started turn 1 just in time before time was called. He activated Dark Magical Circle in set 3, and I proceeded to normal summon Denko and set up Scales, Pendulum Summon Sideblocker, called it Dark Magician to seal the game early. He managed to Regeki my board a bit later, but wasn't able to draw enough cards for the comeback. Round 6, game 1, I drew Dimensional Barrier and Cherries in my opening hand and lost quickly to an OTK. Didn't see the deck coming. Game 2, I was able to win with a solid hand of Metalfoes and Counter Traps. Game 3, he went first and drew 3 sets and a Cosmo Town. Shuffled back and couldn't draw anything to help. I summoned Sideblocker, calling Cosmo Town, and pushed through his back row, leaving him with Cosmo Town and 1 back row. Sorry, guys. Slipped up a bit there. Top 32, game 1, I win the dice roll, but open a really lackluster hand. Only managed to set a quick play and combination. My opponent starts his turn with Hero Live, special summons Shadow Mist, searches Mass Change, sets 4, normal summons another Shadow Mist, activates Rhoda, searches Bubble Man, then makes a Rafflesia. During his end phase, I cherry his Darklaw. I managed to push through his traps and clear most of the board. Game 2, he goes first and manages to make a double Bahamut, and sets back row, and I'm unable to clear it. Game 3, I begin my turn just as with a Mithrilium and set traps and a cherries in hand. He starts with the Hero Lives, sets his hand, and summons 2 Bubble Man, and I makes Bahamut Shark. I cherry his Darklaw. Ghost Ogre and Winter's Cherry, amazing card. The fact that it's a level 3 tuner is what sold me on it. I use Synchro and Xyz with it just as much as I use it to hit extra deck cards. Hitting Mithrilium against mirror matches is a huge game changer, as it is one of the best monsters in the mirror, or hitting Alkahist to free up your own turn. I opted to use Dark Law over Totally Awesome because it hurt the deck a lot more, and destroyed scales and fusions materials get banished, which means I could do very little to play around it. It won me the top 32 match, and as I used it Game 1 and Game 3 with Dark Law against heroes. Being able to recycle it off Vermilion was also a great help that allowed me to hit both Orichalc and Mithrilium earlier. I have no regrets running it in the main deck, and it was one of my favorite cards all weekend. Ariande and Traps, the biggest problem I had with the deck was lacking a strong defensive board compared to the other decks, so I decided to play more Traps to make up for it. The low scale of Ariande helped benefit it being a free pop and helped a lot. During testing, I used Ariande a lot to make rank 4s easier, but I don't recall making a single XCs other than Breaksword during this entire tournament. Changes I would probably make is I would make room for MST or another system down / Danko Seka. Shoutouts to my playtest group and Team Bang Bus. Danny Linares, Andrew Amir, Endurpel, Endurpel, Dual, I'm so sorry, as well as Jesse Jobber, Rob Loa, and Action Saxon for Team JRB, as well as anybody else that helped make this weekend great. I apologize if it's not too long or too short, just let me know. And great job, Alberto, really in depth. I like that you explained both your choices and more about the deck. 47 cards, something we used to see towards the beginning of the meta, and we often see the meta kind of recycle on itself. Definitely the only deck that I've seen maining the Ghost Reapers within the tournament itself that topped, and I think that's a really cool thing, being able to synchro into other things without having to rely on just Gofu as your tuner. Really cool. Vermilion, definitely a very good card, and overall, I think you did pretty good, man. Top 16, and personally, Asala's hit me down on the bubble before, so good job surviving it. Thanks for watching, guys.